Boon. I'm back here in Seoul with Big Bro at Sogang. Whoa! Look at this. People doing a dance practice behind me. I thought I would talk about... Chris is just ignoring me. I thought I would talk about my whole Sogang experience, start to finish, because I never really talked about that. So, I don't know, because I was kind of embarrassed about how it went down. I didn't really want to talk about it, but now I'm here back in Seoul. It's a sunny day, and I'm kind of over it, so yeah, let's talk about it for reals. Alright, so I studied at Sogang for 5 semesters. It's been about 6 months since I finished here, went back to Ireland. I'm back here on holiday. I'm ready to talk about Sogang, so let's go. Alright, so level 1. When I first came to Sogang, I thought I would get into level 2. I actually got into level 1. I had done self-study for about 2 years, kind of with no curriculum, so that covered me up to about 5 weeks into the level 1 Sogang course. I just kind of coasted and didn't really do much and just enjoyed my time hanging around Korea. And then all of a sudden I hit where my self-learning ended, and then I had to actually study at the pace that we were supposed to do the whole time. So that was a bit of a sudden jump, and then I got into it, and then it was fine. I ended up getting 90% in most all my classes, I think, and wasn't worried, knew I would do well, I did well, and then that was it. Level 1, enjoyable, had a great time, awesome time meeting classmates. Level 1 teachers were all really nice, it was a really cool time. Level 2, alright, so level 2 is the first time I had a freak out at Sogang because I got into level 2. I couldn't understand what my Sugi sounds like? Writing? I forgot everything. So I would go to class and she would speak really, really quickly and I couldn't understand what she's saying. I know I wasn't the only one, and we asked her a couple of times, can you slow down the way you speak because we don't understand what you're saying. Her response was, I'll slow down a little bit but not too much because you should learn to listen faster. I just freaked out for like 3 weeks because I couldn't understand anything that was going on in writing class. Other Asian students did, but I know the other Western students, some of them didn't. It was just like, it's kind of your fault, you should just learn yourself. But it was kind of like, how come I did so well in level 1 and then had such trouble in level 2? Like there's a gap there that they never really prepared us for. So I really struggled at the beginning of that semester. And then I ended up failing that semester. I'm not the only one. One Western person did really bad in the Sogang Experience, the mid-semester exam, and then they just quit. And then another person did the final exams for level 2. They just thought I failed in my exams and they just never showed up for the interview. I just showed up for the interview. Like in the last video I was talking about things you should know about Korean language immersion courses. I went into the interview and I was just like, let me tell you all the Korean that I know. And I was like, blah, 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 blah. And they were like, you said this wrong, you said this wrong, you said this wrong. I can see that you're using the grammar and stuff, but you use some of them too many times and then you never touched other ones because you're just kind of into talking instead of like ticking all the boxes. And then that's how I failed level 2. I had to redo level 2. I took it really easy for about half a semester. And then I realized my grades are not that much higher than the previous semester. And then I was like, oh crap, I better actually start studying again. Started studying again, passed level 2, no problem. The second time doing level 2 was a bit like boring because like all my friends I had made in level 1, level 2, they kept on going ahead and then I was like kind of behind making new friends, and you're just kind of like wanting to hang out with the people that you were hanging out with, but you just kind of drift apart like that. And that's just what happens at Sogang because they always mix up the classes. Your arm looks really tired. No? Alright. Okay, so level 3. So I did level 1, level 2, level 2. Level 3 is my actual 4th semester. I would recommend after 3 semesters just take a break, like a real academic year in a real university. But they have 4 semesters a year in Sogang, so I just kept going. Just wanted to keep going, I wanted to learn something new. So I got into level 3. At that time, I started to get a little bit sick, which I put down to just really bad diet from living really cheap in a Gochuan, eating really cheap food. There's kind of a fake idea about living in Korea that eating out is cheaper than cooking and making your own food. So I would just eat out all the time and I wouldn't eat that healthily. It's just like wherever we're going, let's go there. Drink coffee all the time. And I got really run down, and I didn't have health insurance because I never really got really sick before. I never thought I needed it. And then I went to the doctor and I was like, well, I went to the hospital and I was like, I think I have this. I think I have hypothyroidism. I don't really know. Hold on. I'll take a break. Alright, so level 3. So I never had health insurance before and I never thought I needed it. And then went to the doctor. They're like, oh, yeah, you think I have hypothyroidism? To do the blood test for that's really expensive. It's about 400,000 won just for the blood tests. Never mind the doctors and stuff. And I was like, shit, I'm not fucking paying that. So I just kind of soldiered on stupidly and got really run down. The pace of the class was really hardcore, but you know, I was trying my best to study really hard. As I said before, a lot of people fail level 2 and level 3. So like, I tried my best, but wasn't really there 100%. And then I ended up failing by just a few percent here, a few percent there. Before I even had the final interview, I did the writing exams and stuff. And then I knew like, oh, from these exams, I know I'm not there. Even if I go to the next level, I don't really know this level. So I don't mind learning slowly. So I went into my final interview. Let's just walk and talk because these guys are gonna be dancing for ages. The fucking music. Koreans love their dubstep, what can I say? Alright, so what the fuck was I saying again? Yeah, so like I went into the end of interview exam and they go like, oh, give me your Chineseirish. Like, I'm recording now, gives your Chineseirish. So then I goes, I'm Grace, not having a great semester, I'm kind of sick and I'm having a hard time learning this grammar and stuff, so I don't really mind repeating, so I want to repeat level 3 next semester. And she was like, oh, okay. And then we just chatted a little bit, and then it was very light and easy interview, and then she was just like, good luck next semester. And I'm like, thank you very much. So like, even I was telling my level 3 teacher at that time and my name, and she was just like, good, like, if you feel like you need to repeat, just repeat. There's no rush in learning Korean. It takes some people longer, just take another semester. So I felt alright about that. I repeated level 3. I got even sicker, like really, really fucking sick. Like, I don't know, I had really bad like brain fog, insomnia and everything like that. And if I could do it again, I would have just went home, back to Ireland. This is actually the reason I went back to Ireland. So I could go to the doctors back home. Health is the most important, and if you're not healthy, you're not going to study properly, and it was kind of really bad. It was really, really bad. So I was sick for like 3 months, just going to Sogang and not having a great time, getting my ass kicked in class. But I thought my Korean has improved. Fluency, listening, everything. I can talk to people, whatever. It's gotten much better. And I know the course material, so like, I should pass this, no problem. Going to the exam, I do even worse than the last semester. I'm just like, what the fuck, dude? Like, seriously, my Korean is seriously much, much better, but my listening grade was awful. Everything was way worse apart from my interview. In the interview, I had this male teacher who's a really nice guy. At the end of my interview, like, we just had like a nice friendly back and forth kind of thing. And he goes, when I'm talking to you, I can understand everything you're saying, but you never say exactly the right sentence. You're like, perfect, 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 and then whoop, like similar word, but not the right word. But I spoke to your malhagi name, and she goes, you do that all the time in class, but she never has time to correct you, so you don't really know that, and that's not really your fault. So we'll probably push you up to level 4 anyway, even though you really shouldn't, and then just tell your name there to correct you every time you do something wrong, say something wrong. So wait, let's go this way. So look, this is what Sogang looks like. Tents and stuff going on. Alright, so what was I get really distracted looking at stuff walking around, like self-conscious. So yeah, he goes, you can go to level 4, but then I looked at my exam results. The other exam results were like, no, you shouldn't go to level 4. And so I failed level 3, being really sick. Like, I failed it twice, and I was just like, oh my god, like, I'm so retarded. Before, I thought I can do whatever I want to do. I can do anything I want to do. It might take me longer than most people, but as long as I don't quit, I can get it done. But the fact that I repeated level 3, and I did even worse than the first time I did level 3, apart from the interview, I was just like, oh my god, maybe this is just something I can't do. But then I went home to Ireland, went to doctors weren't much help. For months, Irish healthcare system is the worst. But then eventually I found out what was wrong with me. It was hypothyroidism, and like I'm taking stuff for it now, and I'm like back to myself again. I can think again, sleep again and everything, and I'm just like, well, maybe if I wasn't sick it would have went differently. But you know, my big bro Chris is here. He's at Sogang studying. He's doing level 3, and he's waiting for his results. But he had to repeat level 3 last semester, and actually he knows someone that I was in class with. I'm not going to say who, but French guy, married to a Korean woman, very smart. He even took a semester off after level 2. Then he went into level 3, failed level 3, repeated, failed again, and then he was doing it 3rd time. I don't know. Now is his 3rd time. I don't know how he's done, but I'm like, that dude is really smart. Really, really smart. Like, and if he's having trouble, it's not just me. This is really hard. And other people I talk to about this, they're like, dude, don't feel embarrassed and shamed, or like you're stupid. Like, one guy told me, sure, I have a friend that went to Cambridge and he failed level 3, so I don't know why you feel bad failing level 3. So I don't know, just how it goes. Anyway, I get stared at a lot walking around, so like, holding the camera, speaking in English, talking to myself. So, or you guys, sorry, you count as people. So yeah, I'm just gonna go, and yeah, Sogang's awesome. But it can just make you feel like shit sometimes. But that's life, what can I say? Alright, siren says time to go. Annyeong!